Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Runner here, and I'm back with another video. This one is not going to be an article. However, this is going to be still about the winter storm that is going to be hitting Texas, Oklahoma, Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, the Carolinas, into Virginia, and then go ahead and head up north. So a lot of you guys are under winter storm warnings or ice storm warnings or winter storm watches or potentially advisories. I would say one thing though here. I'm in North Carolina, so all of North Carolina is under a winter storm watch. However, 20 counties, including my counties, especially along the coast of North Carolina, is not under anything yet. I don't know if they're going to do it, issue any, because they are expecting light ice, like light winter precipitation, not too much. It's going to accumulate somewhere, but not like too much significantly compared to more inland part of the state. However, there's going to be an issue where that power outages is going to be a problem. Now, where I live, it's going to be like ice at the beginning, then it's going to switch to mainly rain. I can see that happening because since it's so close, we're so close to the Atlantic, that warm air is getting pushed in, so it's keeping a lot of that winter precipitation away from us. So ice might be like our biggest threat, and it won't be like severe. You know, anything that drops on the ground, if you guys are watching around the area, if you live in Wilmington or something like that, any rain that hit the ground, it's gonna be cold, so cold at night, it might freeze in some spots, especially areas that is shady with trees and stuff. So I just want to get that out there for you guys. But I want to just go ahead and get started with this video. So if you guys don't know, there's a major, potentially catastrophic winter storm that's going to be going across from, well, I think New Mexico is under winter storm warnings as well. So I'm just saying New Mexico all the way up to the East Coast. That's crazy. Florida, I don't think you guys are in it yet. Florida is not in it. If it continues to take south, I think there was a trend that it was taking south again a little bit more with the European models. However, it seemed like my area is gonna be a loss. You know, that's kind of disappointed me because I was like hoping we got to see a winter storm because we missed out on this past weekend. But I see around the 31st time frame, there's going to be a potential for my area. For you folks that live on the eastern part of North Carolina, I'm just going to say the Crystal Coast because that's what some call it, or it's another name for it. But I'm kind of disappointed, but then at the same time, you might want to give other people their share of like winter weather and stuff like that, just because last year back in January, somewhere around this time, the coastal part of North Carolina got scored with you know, 4 or 5, potentially 8 inches of snow that fell just last year. And then the Raleigh area heading back towards the mountains didn't get anything. So gotta just be grateful what you got. You never know what can happen. It's always another winter. Gotta also watch out because hurricane season could be a problem for us along the coast. But winter time for this year, you know, up around the Raleigh area and stuff like that, it's gonna be probably snow. Like they probably gonna get, or mainly ice. It's maybe gonna be an ice event for North Carolina though, looks like. So that's gonna be like the biggest threat, especially folks that live in Atlanta area. I know y'all supposed to get, I think, a lot of ice. You folks back in Mississippi, Alabama, Oklahoma, Tennessee, New Mexico. I think southern part of Kansas could get into some of this too. This is just gonna be a major winter storm, so make sure you guys have ways to, you know, stay warm and stuff like that, because power outages expected. Travel will be impossible for a lot of states. And with it being so cold, anything that hit the ground is not going to unfreeze. So I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys heard that. And it's common sense to know that if your lows is going to be in the 20s, or you just got a winter storm and then high ain't getting not above freezing, you're kind of just stuck there at that point. If the sun don't show out, or some back end clouds, then, you know, yeah. So if you guys live in the eastern part of North Carolina, don't get like if you're not under a winter storm watch, like New Bern, Wilmington, Jacksonville, you know, those areas, don't get you know, say okay, we're in the clear, because there is going to be ice potential. There is still going to be rain, so whatever hit the ground might freeze later on that night. So don't, you know, don't say, oh no, we're in the clear and stuff like that. You do not want to underestimate these type of storms. And they still, at the point I read an article, is still trying to figure out, you folks in Eastern North Carolina. I know I'm hitting that a lot. I live in Eastern North Carolina. I'm pretty sure I already said that in this video, and it, you know, again, this is just a disappointment, but it is what it is. We got some last year. We got more than we expected last year, because we only get an inch if it does snow here. So just be grateful what you got. You let other people have their share, though. Even though I wish I had some, but I think it's about time to go ahead and show you guys the map from the National Weather Service of who's under winter storm advisories, watches and warnings at this point. So this is being reported by the National Weather Service, as you guys see up here. Again, the National Weather Service is being reported, but this is from their site. So as you guys see, the pink is going to be winter storm warnings, as you guys see down here along the little color code for what each color means. So the pink, back through New Mexico, let me zoom in right here. Now the New Mexico, most of Texas, now the eastern part of Texas is under storm watches. I do expect that to extend for you guys, so make sure you be vigilant. All of Oklahoma is under winter storm warnings, and only like 2 counties or 1 county is under a winter storm advisory. So I'm pretty sure that's going to switch to a warning eventually, because back towards the west of you guys is winter storm advisories and warnings back in New Mexico. You go up here, I think this is Kansas. Kansas is like a half and half, basically, winter storm warnings and advisories. You have a cold, or I think a freeze warnings or a cold weather advisory in effect for like 1 county for like Kansas. We go down here through Arkansas. All of Arkansas is under winter storm warning, and only 1 county is under, or 2 counties is under a ice storm warning. We go back to Louisiana. There is a winter storm warning for the northern part of the state. Winter weather watch is in effect right here in the dark blue, or the blue areas actually. Like the darker blue is winter storm watches through Louisiana, and then you also have cold weather like advisories in place for another part of Louisiana. Let's go back to Texas right here. I did not see that at first, but there is a cold weather advisory for you counties that is not too far from Louisiana border. We go back right here to Mississippi. Ice storm warnings have extended a little further south in Mississippi. There's ice storm warnings that is now in effect ahead of the storm. Another part of Mississippi down to the Louisiana state line going southwest. Looks like y'all is under a winter storm watch. I do expect that to probably get put on an ice storm warning or a winter storm warning eventually. We have winter weather advisories for northern part of Alabama and 2 counties back in Tennessee. Back in Tennessee, there's ice storm warnings almost for most part of the state. Winter storm warnings for most part of the state, I'm sorry. And about a few counties in the purple that's under winter storm, the dark purple that's under ice storm warning. Sorry about that. East Tennessee is under winter storm watch. That's going to eventually switch into an ice storm warning or a winter weather warning, a winter storm warning, for you guys in the blue for East Tennessee. And then we go back through here to North Carolina, around my neck of the woods. There's winter storm watches in effect for most of North Carolina. Just my county down here is not under anything right now. So they stopped the advisory for like along my county, but we did not get put into it too far east along the Atlantic. However, we are under a gale watch or a gale warning. That's mainly for the water, so nothing too serious there. So yeah, I'm just focusing more on the south and part of the Midwest, and definitely the East Coast. I would not rule out. Oh, I missed you guys in South Carolina, Georgia. Sorry about that. Georgia, look like around Atlanta area too. Y'all is on the winter storm watches. I do expect that to either go from a winter storm watch or advisory or an ice storm warning or a winter storm warning. So be vigilant on that. And for you folks in South Carolina, I do expect y'all to be put on an ice storm warning or a winter storm warning, most likely the ice storm warning. And you folks here in Eastern North Carolina, stay vigilant. You could be put under not just a watch, but potentially if there's a slight shift back further south, under a winter storm advisory or winter storm warning. So you guys gonna have to be really, really vigilant. And then as we go up here up north, there's winter storm watches that's going to switch into winter storm warnings, and probably by late tonight or later tomorrow. So for you guys in Virginia, West Virginia, Ohio and stuff like that, so you guys be very vigilant. Back up here towards New York City though, it looks like y'all is under a cold weather advisory or watch. Make sure it's cold weather advisory. So you guys see the map right here. Find your state, find your county, especially you guys back in Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, northern Louisiana, back to Mississippi, most of Tennessee. Actually, I'm going to say all of Tennessee, because you guys again in East Tennessee will switch to a winter storm warning. I'm confident about that, or ice storm warning. Either or, you're going to be under right in the heart of this storm, looks like. You guys back up here towards Kansas, be vigilant for you switching from advisories to warnings potentially. And you folks down here in Georgia and most of North Carolina and parts of South Carolina, you guys are also most likely going to be switched to an ice storm warning or a winter weather advisory, so, or winter storm warning. So you guys be very vigilant here. And again, you folks down here in eastern North Carolina, be vigilant if you get put under advisory somewhere from New Bern or Jacksonville or down here to Wilmington. Seem like it's not going to be really a significant threat for us too far to the coast, but again, make sure you keep your eyes peeled because there's potential. I don't know if that's going to play out, but for Wilmington, Jacksonville, New Bern, about towards Moorhead, and potentially the Outer Banks could see some snow Friday, January. I think that's January 31st, but I don't bank on that at all. And then you guys down here in Florida, you guys are all in the clear. As you guys see, there is no warnings or advice or anything issued for you guys. So you guys down here chilling. Might be a little chilly. Maybe Miami might be a little chilly too, but it seems like nothing you guys won't be able to too much handle. You guys can't handle. It's not like, you know, compared to Tennessee or Texas or northern Mississippi or Louisiana, those type of areas that's in the pink for warnings. It's gonna be like 30 and probably lows of 20s and teens, and maybe single digits. And I would not rule out negative digits for somebody here. I would not rule out for Western North Carolina because higher elevation, mountains and stuff. So you guys need to be really vigilant here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be notified each and every time I upload a new video. And I just wanted to share this with you guys. So again, let me show you guys a little map right here. Just find your county, pause the video when you can, and see what weather advisory or warning you're under right now. And you can look at this 24/7 at the National Weather Service app. Just type in the NWS or type in National Weather Service, and you should click the first link that shows up. It should be the first link that pulls up, and you can just look. And down here is, you guys pause the video if you need to, is what the colors means. Okay, right now I don't see any blizzard warnings in effect except all the way up here in Canada. So there's like 2 counties up there, but other than that, yeah, you guys need to be really prepared for this, especially you guys in the deep south and the southeast, or parts of the southeast and mid-Atlantic, up north, and you guys back here towards Texas. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's your boy Ronnie right here. Just wanted to update you guys on this information right here. If anything drastically changed, I will be posting another video for you guys, keeping my eye close for the Carolinas this weekend as well, as this storm is expected to move east and probably head north. So yeah, if any changes move for these counties in North Carolina and South Carolina, there's not any advisories. I will really be focused on North Carolina too, because it's kind of a concern right here. But I will let you guys know. So with that being said, it's your boy Ronnie right here, out.